Hey everybody, it is Kit here for a very short, well maybe not very, but it's going to be short enough of a crochet update. I am in my jammies. It is 1 o'clock on the day this should normally come out, but I got the opportunity to sleep in till like 11:30. I took that opportunity. Man, it's been hectic. Yeah, I wanted to get like a tenants video up, but there's just been like no time. My dad's been gone this weekend, working. My mom just went and got him to go get him. She left literally just like 2 minutes ago. And I'm like, I'm taking an opportunity to get this video done. A little bit of an update. If I get one row in, I'm happy. It's been busy. Um, she needed some help. Of course, I'm gonna help, but that means less time, and I stream. So it was like, well, I want to do the stream, so it's been busy. And by the way, I know this is not the most ideal. It's too big. I mean, I think it's 51 rows now. Like, it's too big for my desk. If I had auto, that would be different, but I don't have auto, so we're working with what we got. I hate it too. But yeah, um, we started going through my grandmother's storage unit in town yesterday. Ooh. Ooh. The woman has like 30 boxes for the kitchen. We opened up several of those boxes, managed to get through like 3 boxes. You know, we've got some trash to throw away, but the dumpster was completely full. We're probably going to give it to an auction house to go through, but the problem is that there's a couple of things we want, and there's other things that we don't even know what's in there. And well, you go through that sort of thing, you never know if somebody will just take something, and you're never going to know. And that is unfortunate. Like, I. And I'm not saying they would have taken this, and I'm not saying they would take it at all. Hi, Flash. What you doing under there? Now you want to hang out with me now that they're gone? That's funny. Um, but she has these old porcelain Christmas houses, and I completely forgot about them. So I'm like, I want these, so they're gonna be mine. Um, yeah, my grandmother, she really doesn't want to get rid of anything, and she is not capable of going through it. And it would be a hellacious fight if she knew that we were going through it. But like, her 2 daughters, her entire family is in agreement that it needs to be done. Just go through it. Her other daughter, my aunt, wants some stuff. You know, dad and aunt are like, auction house, but like my grandmother also has a pew pew, a pew 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 that she also kind of threatened to unalive my parents with when all of this crap started. She asked me to go to the unit with her, drive her there, help her find it so that she could do that to my parents. Is it any wonder that I said no? Yeah, this was back in 2018. Um, yeah. So anyway, yeah, we'd like to get that. And that's just one of those things. Like, I don't even know what it looks like. I had no idea she had one. I think Dad's seen it once, but that's just really something that's easy to just pick up if you're an unscrupulous sort. And, jewelry. Mom and Dad's wedding albums in there. All of the quilts. And it's just kind of like, well, alright, let's just get through and see what we can do. But we opened 3 boxes of the kitchen stuff. We didn't even get all the kitchen stuff that I boxes of just Tupperware lids. Decent sized boxes, like that could fit in this frame. Yeah. It's been a lot, and I forgot what we did the day before, but that was also busy, and it's just been busy. So I hope y'all don't mind to have a little check-in update, as it were. I'm no longer taking care of the chickens, which is nice. I get like an hour of my time back every day, hour and a half. I do miss them, though. They were fun. What kind of sucks, though, and I was expecting this, for those who were following that saga, and for those who weren't, my neighbors, went out of town for like 15, 16 days. It was very abrupt. Like, I got a phone call, and it was like, hey, do you mind doing this for us? We're going to go out of town soon. Water our garden and, take care of the chickens. You can get the harvest, and you can get the eggs, and, just make sure everything's okay. Okay, yeah, I can do that. No problem. Okay, awesome, thank you. And I'm like, just let me know when you want me to come over. Show me where everything's at. And, I don't mind doing it then. Like, that'll be fine. And then 2 days later, I got a call. Oh, yeah, we've already left, and we forgot to leave you the gate clicker. So you're going to have to climb over the gate. And, like, you've got a degree in this. You're going to be fine. I made it work. Was not thrilled, but I made it work. Got over my chicken fear, all of that. But they'd said that, potentially they'd pay me. Like, they'd pay me something when they got back. Well, I heard from them twice. Both times they said thank you. And then they've been back. I think today's the 4th day. And this is the weird thing. I'm so sorry. Somebody's blowing up my phone. How many messages do I have? Is it 8? Oh, mama. 9! Anyway. Should I see if somebody's dying? I think I need to see if somebody's dying. 1 minute. I don't think somebody's dying. I think somebody's telling me a bunch of stuff. Okay. Yeah, somebody's just telling me their weekend shenanigans. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so, where was I? Anyways, I haven't heard from them at all. Now, I had a feeling I wasn't gonna get paid. That's not what I'm, like, really about. It's more of, I haven't gotten a message. I haven't gotten a single text saying, hey, thank you so much again. Just something that simple. You know what I mean? I do know they went to Washington to visit her family, and then they stopped in Colorado to visit his grandfather. His grandfather passed while they were there. So they're definitely going through it, and I understand that. It's also 2 simple sentences, and I guess I'm raised differently. And my mom's a little shocked. She's just like, they have manners, and I'm like, I don't know, but my mom's not exactly thrilled. It feels weird, you know what I mean? It's like, I just feel like I kind of got slightly taken advantage of. I didn't really get a lot from the harvest, but I did get a lot of experience with the chickens, and I did get a good amount of eggs. So, that's fine. It's just kind of one of those things that doesn't sit right with me on a justice or human decency standpoint, I guess. I'll get over it. It is what it is. What else is going on? Oh, I did finish, the chapter that I've been working on for A Witch's Debt. It's kind of weird. I wanted to include something else. Oh, hell, I'm just gonna tell y'all about it. It's kind of weird. I'm kind of in that weird headspace where I feel like I can't talk about my writing with many people, but on anonymity with this. And then there's also the wonderful little voice in my head that says not too many people are going to watch this video, which means it's safe. But so my character, Valerie, and yes, it's Valerie Winters. Valerie is her name. But that never pops up in the Chicago bit. Like, she's just Winters in that one. So she is in Green's neck of the woods for that book. And she's trying really hard to connect with what she is. Again, I don't know if anybody's following along in the Chicago bit or not, but I'm hoping at least for some people who maybe are able to read between the lines, she kind of struggles a little bit, or isn't exactly thrilled, I should say, with, like, particularly the shadows. Although that may not be the case, but she definitely does. So she's not happy with who she is, what she is. It was kind of forced upon her. And she's been fighting it for many, many years. Arguably, she should have gotten a grip and come to terms with it so much sooner. But she can't come to terms with it just on her own. She needs an external reason. That external reason is Green. She feels like she needs to help him because of what he did for her in Chicago. And what he's done for her has already come to be in where we're at in the reading, in this little series. When I read the Chicago bits. But considering it's from Green's point of view, he has no idea that he did it for her. So that's kind of a reading between the lines sort of thing. A little contextual clue is she seemingly has changed more recently, right? Since they had that little spat in the alleyway, where she punched him and then, like, they basically got into a fight. Yeah, something changed that the boys did for her. And I don't even know if they're ever going to know, to be perfectly honest. But, yeah, it's like a really big deal for her. So, she needs to help them. She needs to help Kieran. Needs to help Green. Well, by herself, she's not able to do it. With what she is and what she's fought against being for so long, like, it's kind of one of those things of you have the title, but are you a good worker? You can't get fired, but you don't want to be here. That sort of thing. So she's trying to come to terms with it, and she's got an opportunity to come to terms with it in her own way, that she's never had before. So there's, like, a lot of things going on, but the point being, she's willing to overcome all of this, try to make it work for her without other external factors, and she's doing it for Green. And she's trying. It's like blind leading the blind. She's has no idea what she's doing, but she's giving it a go for the first time ever. And unfortunately, it's not exactly going super great. There's this little thing called dissonance that is being a bitch right now. And it basically blocks her. She doesn't understand why, but it's something that's been plaguing her in particular, as well as others like her since she was a child. There's two forces. There's like a harmony and a dissonance, and it's like yin and yang. One is better than the other, but neither can be without the other. However, she's missing the understanding of that. She comes from a very controlling world, which it's not based on Nazi Germany, but you can think of the sense of how the flow of information was controlled and restricted for the populace in order to control the populace. It's very much like that. So A Witch's Debt, which is the first book, it is very much about a journey of overcoming that brainwashing, so to speak, learning about the world as it is, and coming to terms with her new reality. Um, and also some other things with Green. There we go. So, yeah, but anyway, so the dissonance is blocking her from what she needs to do. She's still not 100%, she doesn't quite realize that it's the dissonance. She thinks it's the force that she's trying to connect with. Where I wanted the chapter to go is she kind of gets kicked out of this trance, so to speak, of what she's trying to accomplish. She has to go like to a mind space, and then she tries to connect with it, connect with this force that is not the distance, but she's kind of confused right now. But she gets kicked out because of distance, and she does get injured because of it. Then she's kind of unconscious, and there's this being, this man that shows up. Initially, I was thinking she's gonna wake up, like, just in the same chapter. She's going to wake up and this guy is just immune to her wounds, and he is like her boss, but not like her boss. Now, she works for a god, so there's that. But there's a whole bunch of rules, so, like, other gods can't see... The gods can only see their champion, their employee. She doesn't work for this god, so he can't see her. But it's like, what the hell is he doing here? But I was kind of struggling a little bit, like, trying to figure out 100% how he got there and why. And then it was also, like, connected to that chapter and then finish the whole deal in that chapter. So I decided to just end chapter 14 a little prematurely is what it felt like. But, you know what, I think it'll work out. And I put this interlude of The Stranger, because I know who the god is, but I'm not going to say who it is. At least not right now. I'm thinking the readers can get the contextual clues or figure that out for themselves later, but Valerie is never supposed to know who it is exactly, or she might figure it out later. But yeah, like, I'm kind of going from his point of view, which is helping me learn a little bit more about who he is, which is good. And then I will probably just start chapter 15 with what I was thinking, which is him helping her, tending to her wounds, all of that, and giving her some pointers of how to get through the dissonance, because the dissonance is his gig. Hello. Headset, we good? Also, we got one row done just then. I need to update that. I have put a couple of stitches on in between. I've been trying to do that a little bit more. I just haven't had a ton of... Oh, I have to charge my iPad. Okay. But yeah. And then... Where's my crochet? There it is. I'm sorry. We're on row 48. I got... Okay. Sorry. I got my New York modules number, which is... I've completed 53 of them out of 112. Mixed up with my crochet row number. Anyway. Alright, y'all can just watch that. No. I don't have room. But yeah, so I'm thinking I'll just start it off by him helping her, which is going to be, a couple pages of them talking. and giving pointers, but like I only want it to be like up to 3 pages, so nothing too crazy. But then once he kind of gives her an idea of how to get through it, she goes back in and she sorts it out. Because now she has a little bit more of an understanding of what the heck she's supposed to do. But what I find fun is that he's going to be basically telling her, um, to get through it, you need to think about who you're doing this for because it's not you. And she's going to be like, I'm sorry? Like, and he doesn't know much about her, but he knows just a little bit. Because again, contextual clues, even though he can't physically see her, she's just like a shadow person. Although I'm thinking the rules will be bent ever so slightly so he can tend to her wounds. He's kind of one of those that's like trustworthy-ish, but you don't want to bend the rules for one if you can't bend the rules for all, so you do it a little sneakily, if that makes sense. Um, and he'll be. It will be brought up that she's been in this position for several years at this point, and she's never once tried to do this until now. So it's not for her, because if it was for her, she would have done this so many years ago. So focus on who she's doing it for and let them and that like focus carry her past the barrier, whatever's blocking her within. And when she does do this, um, there's something that will be brought up in Chicago's part when I do get to her little portion of the prequel. But there's this little golden thread thing, and it leads her back to to Green and Cooper, specifically Green. And it's something that she's like reflecting on because for her, she could see it, especially since the hotel. Um, and she doesn't know what it is. In A Witch's Debt, she has been around Green, but she's been blind, so she can't see it. And she's worried about it. She's been worried about it and thinking about it very often because it's like, what the hell is it? She doesn't like it. But she's around Green. Everything feels fine, feels normal. Again, she can't see, so she can't see it. Um, so she hasn't been around Green since she's gotten her eyesight back. Um, Spoiler alert: when she does get around him, it will be there. It will be there between the two of them, like a little, just like tying a little string between the two of them. And yeah. So, but when she goes back in, this dissonance is using her worst fears, and her guilt over Chicago, what happened in Chicago. It's using that against her, like pretty badly. So, but it will be that golden thread that carries her away. Again, she's focusing on Kieran. I still have to kind of get through that in my head, like exactly how that works, but that's what it is. And then from there, she'll actually get to the true force and be able to kind of connect with it, so to speak, which is going to be pretty important. And then from there, it's like, okay, now we can get things sorted. We can get things started. Because then she'll have the tools to be able to actually complete the mission, if that makes sense. Um, this is a rewrite of my first draft of A Witch's Debt. And I'm really liking this one, even though it is more slow. I like it because it's taking the reader more along her own personal journey, if that makes sense. Coming to terms with who she is, what she is now, and all of that. And it's her own personal acceptance story, especially in the first half. Because again, she's fought against this for so long, but she's now getting to come to terms with it. Yes, she's doing it for Green, but she's also getting to make it work for her on her own terms. And she's realizing it's not like the evil boogeyman that she thought it was for ages. Also, look at Massimo! Hang on. Massimo is now is now shorter. He is now shorter. Because, like, here's the top. We're making progress, which is awesome. But once Massimo's done, then I have to put this blanket up for a while because I don't have a job, therefore I do not have income to buy more yarn. I'm sure y'all are going to be so excited, like, please show me something else. But anyway. Okay, I'm actually going to be done blathering. I will do my best to actually have this video up and done early this week. For next week's. Let me know if y'all want tenants or if y'all want more Chicago reading. I don't know. Let me know. But anyway, thank y'all so much for being wonderful and a safe place to blather and talk and share my many interests and to crochet and game and share my writing and chickens and the dogs and anything my little heart wants to share. Thank y'all for being wonderful with me on late videos and, you know, chaotic schedules and everything. I really appreciate it. I feel like I don't say it enough. If you'd asked me if I were going to be doing this, what I'm doing right now, like 2 years ago, heck no. I would have been, like, just being able to talk about this without sobbing. Uh, like, goodness gracious. Or a whole year and a half worth of crochet content on this channel. No. Would never guess it in a million years. So I really appreciate everyone who allows me to have this, and also anybody who watches it and supports it. Like, I really appreciate you guys. And I really don't know how to give back on that one, but I'm hoping soon I can. I've got some plans once I get some income and a little bit of time, like giveaways and stuff. I would really like to do that because I want to give back. And it's been a plan of mine for like over a year at this point, but it was like, okay, can't do that until I get a job, which means I need to get through New York. Ah. Anyway, alright, that is me. I'm done blathering. Thank y'all so very much for listening and watching. Let me know if y'all want tenants or more Chicago, or I could do Luma, I guess. I don't really know. Let me know what y'all want. But yeah, have a great Sunday and have a fantastic week. Bye, everybody. That button.